So it's a very, very exciting time to be a fan of the wrestling business right now. Hopefully. I mean, I think it will be. This morning, it's been rumored for a while. I found out like 3 days ago, but now it's official. NXT, WWE's NXT will be moving to Wednesday nights on USA. And this is to directly compete with AEW's new show coming up this October on TNT. WWE, from what we understand, and this is kind of a crazy story, they are seriously taking AEW seriously. I didn't mean to say that word twice, but at first, there's been other companies that have come up, Ring of Honor, TNA. WWE doesn't really sweat them. And you have to remember, TNA at one time had Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and Rob Van Dam and all these big stars, and they still couldn't even put a dent in WWE. Well, WWE is taking this AEW thing very seriously, especially when they were announced to be having a new TV show this October on TNT, the former home of WCW Monday Nitro. So it's going to be a Wednesday night show, but in order to combat that and to compete with AEW, they have officially announced that we're going to have NXT it's now going to be taken off the WWE network and moving to USA Network. Now, I know a lot of people who are not happy with this because a lot of wrestling fans have kind of given up on the main WWE product. I know a lot of folks don't really like Raw and SmackDown. They follow it, but they love NXT. And you can't blame them. NXT, in many ways, has been the best WWE product for the past 2 or 3 years, right? You have really more of a focus on wrestling, simplified storylines. They're very easy to follow. Less champions to keep track of. And, NXT is just a much simpler, sort of like an old school wrestling product, like from something that we've kind of seen in the 90s and even in the 80s. 2 hours every week plus the specials they air, 5 times a year, the takeover specials. Well, now the question is, NXT will be on television, which is great because, guys like Velveteen Dream and Adam Cole will have more shine on the USA Network, more eyeballs looking at them than ever before because USA Network is huge. But the question is, does it still count as WWE's developmental league? Well, I guess it is because, they show NBA D-League games, sometimes on NBA.TV or sometimes on ESPN late at night, one of the secondary channels. And you'll sometimes, rarely, but you'll sometimes see minor league football. And minor league baseball. And I'm not saying that NXT is a minor league. I'm not saying that. But, it's a developmental league. Guys go there before they make it to the main roster. But now that they're going to be on television on Wednesdays, that is the main roster. And that's going to be September the 18th. So they're going to be getting the jump on NXT. They'll be on that network for 2 weeks. And they're going to be having a lot of WWE promotion from Raw and SmackDown. So that first NXT show live on USA should do really, really well. Or at least I'm pretty sure it's live. I'm not 100% sure on that. I got to look into it. But I think it is going to be live on some weeks. Or on most weeks, actually, is going to be live. So that's a trip. Because what they used to do is they used to tape NXT. They would do tapings like, a 1 month or a few weeks taping, all within one show or one weekend or whatever. But now it's going to be kind of live. It's going to be interesting too because you're going to have live WWE programming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because SmackDown is moving from Tuesday to Friday and will be live on Fox. So it's going to be a very weird time for the business, but exciting because WWE is taking AEW seriously. AEW is coming out with guns a-blazing. They have sold out the first 2 weeks of their television. First 2 weeks, I think, have been sold out so far. Yeah, first 2 or 3, I don't remember. I think it's the first 2. And to me, that's a big accomplishment. We haven't had a company do these kind of sellouts in a very, very, very long time, especially for bigger buildings or medium-sized buildings. They're not huge or anything, but they're nice. So we're getting to a point now where, people are going to sit here and say, oh, it's going to be like the 90s, the Attitude Era. It's not, I don't think. But there is the possibility for wrestling to get really exciting and competitive because whenever there's competition, WWE does, it usually is at its best. They really try hard. And, McMahon has been very busy with the XFL, which is going to get announced. I think Wednesday they're going to be announcing they're going to be showing the logos and everything because that's coming up very, very soon. So he's a little bit distracted right now, but WWE is definitely taking AEW seriously, and to me, that's very exciting that AEW can keep them on their toes, and we may get a better product. And NXT is already a great product, so it'll be fun to see where it goes. I talked about it on Twitter, like I said before, but now it's been officially announced. They were going to announce it on Raw, but I guess they didn't do it. But NXT versus AEW, WWE versus AEW, essentially Wednesday nights, the Wednesday Night Wars. I mean, I'm excited. Like I said, don't expect it to be like it was in the Attitude Era, but it'll still be fun, to see if they watch each other, if they counter program, if they're going to be throwing some bigger stars on NXT the first few weeks to kind of compete and beat AEW, because it is an ego thing too. Oh, we want to get the biggest ratings. Neither company's in danger of going out of business. It's totally an ego thing at this point. Who can win the wars? And they want to hurt each other. Even though I don't think AEW really wants to hurt WWE, and they know they can't because WWE is so big, it's still something to where there is a little bit of, competition there. Hopefully friendly competition. It won't get dirty or anything. We want to see good wrestling. I think we all agree with that, right? Let me know in the comments what you think about this story. And crazy. Just crazy. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all soon.